This is GerotheHero, and this is my review of Three Gatsu no Lion Episode 4. So, in this episode, Akiri is helping Hina make a bento for a guy that she likes. And I guess he's the most popular, like, baseball player and kind of looks a little older than his age. But basically, she tries to go all out and makes this crazy big bento that she can't even make it in time, basically. Um, Her sister basically tells her, you should just make it simple, make it something that a typical teenage boy would like. And instead, she wants to go crazy and like make it the most complicated, biggest bento she can make. And she doesn't even have enough money, so it ends up that Kiriyama is going to help her with the money as far as buying all the stuff for the ingredients to make it. And she tries to do it, and she just runs out of time. She can't even figure out what to wear or anything. And in the end, she gets there really late. Um, and she's cheering him on. Um, but when she finally gets to give her bento, everybody else leaves and she's left behind. And she cries, and the sister kind of gives her a little trouble beforehand. But when she comes back, um, the older sister kind of understands because then she remembers that she did the same thing when she was younger and that her mother told her basically the same thing. So they kind of forgave each other. They had a little fight, but they were fine with it afterwards. And they ended up sharing the bento that she made. But it was funny because it turned out that it wasn't that great. So it was probably a good thing that she didn't give that bento to the guy that she liked. Um, but in the next part, it's funny because Kiriyama and his friend Nikado, his basically rival, um, they're playing together and then they decide to go eat. And by some chance, they see Momo just by herself and kind of looks like she's lost. But luckily, the other sisters are there. But it's funny because Akari sees Nikado, and it's like she almost looks like she's in love, but we find out that her thing is that she likes anything that's big and fluffy, and Nikado's like the ideal of that, and she invites him to come over, and she's just like all fawning over him, like she's like crushing all over him, and she's in love practically, but really it's just that that's just her thing. She likes fluffy things. If you see all her cats, they're all fluffy and round, and she just wants to like he's like the ultimate prize, or like if you got a really nice figure that, this rare figure that you found and you just want to admire it. So that's basically what Akari feels like, that she just wants to admire and help Nikado even get bigger and more fluffy. So she's trying to feed him all these different things, and she's like, I got hamburger, or I got this other meat that I could give you. But um, basically, he's like kind of shy to do that, so he wants something more healthy. So she kind of goes along with it, so it's kind of funny. Um, but you can just tell that like everybody else doesn't matter because Nikado's there. So it's just overall really funny, and like everybody else feels like they're second best, and it kind of explains why she brought Kariyama in the first place. Because the younger sister explains that she brings strays, and basically Kariyama's like a stray, and she just wants to like love him and take care of him like a pet almost, and she eventually wants to fatten him up and make him fluffy. So it's all kind of funny. Like now we get why Kariyama's kind of around in a way. Um, Overall, it was a really great episode. I thought it was really funny. Um, but it's kind of weird because you had a first half that's really sad, and then you got a second half that's really funny. So overall, it was a really great episode. I think this was one of the best episodes. Um, it just these shows are just gonna seem like they're gonna be like toying with your emotions all over the place. Like in this first half of this episode, you just want to cry because you feel bad for the middle sister, And then in the second episode, you're laughing so much just because of how Akari is and what her collection of fluffy things and her obsession with fluffy things. So I'm hoping that each episode's going to get better and better. Hopefully the depressing parts will be balanced like this episode with the funny parts. So like always, comment below, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter, and I will see you next time.